Hi guys, I'm sorry about that. We're back. We had a call, so it interrupted our live. But we are here. Please come back on. Please make sure you share this video, tag somebody in this video. This is part 2 of it. Let's see. Hey Ashley, thank you for coming back on. Apologize for that. We had a call to come through, but we're back.
That was a glitch in the system.
Why you turning off?
You got come on back in. Come on back in. Come on back in. Come on back in, guys. That was an absolute glitch in the system. My mommy was calling me. And I posted up we doing it live, and doggone it, she didn't call me anyway. Boy, I tell you the truth. Thank you. Come on back in. Come on, come on, come on. Get the people back in here, because we was talking something good right then. We were talking something real good right then, and doggone, my mom, it's the third one. Good, Claudette, I'm glad you're here.
Hey Apostle, thank you for tuning in.
Hey Apostle. Oh my goodness, we're gonna talk good now.
I don't see it.
They said Shonda watching.
But
Good, Winona, y'all get the people back on here. Tag some folks back in here. We was talking good just then. We was talking about communication, and we was talking about boundaries. Boundaries in communication.
And we was talking about, talking when you're upset and mad and
right.
The speaker, what is it?
The speaker listening technique.
There we go.
Go to my page.
See, I ain't sharing my page. That's what
You got to go to my page. Yeah, it's right there. Okay, all right, we back, guys. Sorry about that. Remember, get husbands and wives on this thing, because we got a giveaway coming, okay?
Okay, there we go.
But you got to stay on to the end to get the giveaway. All right?
Okay.
All right, so...
hey, Jennifer, I'm sorry, we're back. We was talking about the
speaker listening technique.
And then I was saying, we was talking about having your
talking about listening to understand, not listening to respond.
And then I was telling you about that scripture that you said earlier. Be
swift, slow to speak, and swift to hear. You see what I'm saying? So you have to be real slow.
Hey, cuz, thank you for joining. Hello. Hey, Buffy, welcome back.
Welcome back, guys.
Sorry about that.
Thank you for coming back in. Thank you for coming. We thank you for having me. So,
okay, so it say slow to speak.
Slow to speak.
And quick to hear.
Quick to hear the voice of God. Okay? So when let's say husbands, okay? Husbands, you speaking to your wife. Understand, husbands, you have to understand who the wife is to you. Okay? You have to understand how
there we go. So.
That's it, Jen. That's the NIV version, I think. You got to be slow to speak, and you got to understand, hey, look, I am talking to my wife. Remember, guys, you are speaking to your wife and not at your wife.
Right.
Okay? Because when you're speaking at your wife or when you're speaking at someone, that becomes offensive.
Right.
Okay? It just happened with us the other morning. There was a communication breakdown, and normally, I'm the guy. I'll shut down. I'll shut it down, and I won't say nothing. Absolutely. You start talking, and if it's something that I don't like, or if it's something that I'm offended by, I will absolutely shut down. I will not. You can count me out. But that was then. And I still do it sometime to a certain extent. But God is...
And I will keep talking until you hear what I had to say.
And she'll just keep going.
I know you hear me talking to you, don't you?
And she'll keep going, and I'll be looking like, okay.
Ooh, and that make it worse, don't it, y'all? Make it worse.
In my mind, I ain't heard nothing she said. You see what I'm saying? That's the way that I was, and I stuck it like that. There was no coming out of that. And I would be quiet for days. You see what I'm saying? Even sometimes weeks. Hey, Andre. You see what I'm saying? So that's how I was. And now it's like, okay, we have to do better. We have to be able to communicate better. Right. So instead of doing that, I came back and I said, now, Chandra, I said, Chandra, remember, we was dealing with this. Understand this. Those that have been married for any length of time, your problems, your issues, they come full circle. They come. It's over and over again until you deal with it. And then once you deal with it, something else comes up. So it's going to happen. Look, it just is what it is. And you got to understand that these problems are going to be. They are going to be. And if you can understand that these problems are going to be, you will then know how to resolve these problems.
Because you know they say what doesn't kill you only makes you stronger. So
correct.
It just makes us stronger when we deal with these situations and these tests that comes up against us and come in our marriage or whatever, you know.
But what's the definition of insanity?
Doing the same thing and expecting different results.
The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. It ain't gonna happen.
It's not.
It will never happen. You will continue to be in the same situation over and over again. You will continue to be tested over and over again until you can fix it.
Right.
If you never do anything about it, you will always find yourself in a vicious cycle. In a vicious cycle. You see what I'm saying? So communication. Go ahead.
And one of our cycles was every year. It seemed like, remember this? Every year around income tax time, we was like, we done, we finished, we gonna get a divorce. Remember that?
Every year.
Every year.
It was without fail.
Every year. Every year around income tax time, it was like something would come up on us, and we was like, I mean, it'd be something simple, like, something simple that we could just talk it out and work things out. And it would just come, just like Robert said, that cycle would just come until we finally said, okay, you know what? We ain't doing this. We're not gonna get a divorce. We're gonna make this work. So now we have to do something different.
That's right.
And so that's what we decided to do. But it's like clockwork. And I'll be like, wait, you know how stuff keep happening? You be like, wait a minute. This keep happening around the same time all the time. So it must be something that God's saying, look at this right here. Y'all need to deal with this. And so we ended up dealing with it, and now, I mean, we good now.
Now, watch this.
Hey, Mr. Keisha.
Hey, Mr. Keisha. Understand this. It ain't always God. And it ain't always the devil. You know what? Y'all give the devil one more piece of credit. Give him one more piece of credit. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to show enough let you know.
Yeah, it's a test.
It's a test. Look, it ain't always the devil. It's sometimes our selfish self. You know what I'm saying? It ain't always the devil. Don't be blaming the devil. The devil has no power other than what you give him. The devil has no authority other than what you've given him. God say that Satan is the prince of this world. Okay? But then later on he tells us, he says, be not afraid because I have overcome. He say, don't fear because he overcome. He's already fought that battle for us. You see what I'm saying? If he didn't fought that battle for us, why we keep saying that what is it? the devil made me do it. The devil ain't made you do nothing.
You did that on your own.
You already wanted to do it.
You have free will. You made that decision on your own.
Absolutely. You wanted to do it anyway. You just needed a reason.
Right.
You wanted to blow up on that man you wanted to blow up on that woman. You wanted to do it anyway. You just didn't have a reason to.
And he looked at me wrong.
And
gave me a reason.
Soon as he said good morning wrong, that gave him a reason to blow up.
Go off.
Now you want to go off on something that is totally irrelevant to the reason why you even talking
and
like
you know why that is? That is because I know us as women, what we do. Oh, there you go. Thank you. Thank you.
That's what I'm talking about. John 16:33.
Because us as women, we are... Get them, Buffy. He talking about you. We are incubators. So something can happen to us and we can hold that thing and we'll hold on to it for weeks, for days, for weeks, for months. And then this one little thing happened and we just blow up. And it's not because of that one little thing. It was because of that thing that happened a long time ago that we never did say anything about. We just held it in. Mm-hmm. I used to do that a lot. Mm-hmm. I used to hold it in because I was like, I didn't know, oh, it ain't the right time. Okay, look at him. He over here. He trying his best. I don't want to, discourage him, but then I'm feeling this way over here. Or I just didn't want that silent treatment that he was telling you about earlier. Didn't want to deal with that. So I just didn't say nothing. But that stuff just
festered.
Yeah. And it just festered and festered. Then one time I just let him have it.
Yeah, talking about, why you coming in here late? What you out there doing? What? I come in at the same time every night. I don't understand.
Where you been?
Where you been? I've been at work. Where you been? Okay.
Yep, years. It could just.
That's right. So watch this. If you don't get beyond that and don't get past that, then you will still have that same vicious cycle that's going on.
And it becomes a root of bitterness. Because if you don't deal with that situation, if you don't say, okay, look here, look, Robert, the way you talked to me the other day, I did not like that. It hurt my feelings. It did that and other. If you don't talk about that thing and you just let that stuff fester, that right there will come into unforgiveness, and then it'll set up a root of bitterness.
That's right.
And then that stuff have you sick in your body. You wonder why you sick. And it's because you got that bitterness inside of you.
That's right.
So that right there, the Bible says you got to forgive, and you need to forgive quickly. Real quick. So if somebody did something, if your spouse did something to you to hurt you or to make you feel some type of way, you need to address it and talk to him. Don't talk at him,
right?
But talk to him about the situation so you can go ahead on and forgive quickly, because that stuff right there, ooh.
You wonder why you know what I'm saying, like she said, you wonder how come sometimes you get sick and different things like that. You know what I mean? Literally, you could be suffering from unforgiveness.
Unforgiveness, and that's a big thing right there. Unforgiveness.
Unforgiveness could be a disease, guys. You know what I mean? Hey, and watch this. If you have unforgiveness, especially towards your mate,
oh my goodness,
in your heart. Now, my question to you is, if you have unforgiveness, my question to you is, why are you praying?
Because God said, oh my God, if you can't forgive your brother, your sister, your husband, your wife, how can he forgive you?
Wait a minute.
Oh my goodness.
Wait. Say that again. Okay, let me ask the question. I'm going to pose the question. I'm going to pose the question. If you can't forgive your spouse, your significant other, your brother and your sister, why are you praying? What you praying for?
I hope you praying for forgiveness.
So watch this.
Because Lord knows.
God say, that when you stand to pray,
first thing you got to do is what?
The very first thing that you got to do is forgive.
Forgive. Now, I'm not saying that that's easy. I'm not saying that at all, because that could be a hard thing to do.
Absolutely.
But you must do it. You have to do it. You have to.
Now watch this. It say to forgive. It did not say
to forget.
To forget. Now, how do you get beyond that? Because I can't forget about it because it happened. It's in my mind. Now comes that speaker listening technique. Now you got to be able to talk this out. You got to be able to act like adults and talk this thing out. What do you mean you folded the towel wrong and you was in a hurry? Okay, so I got that problem.
Oh my God.
I am, and I've gotten looser with my is strictness a word?
Okay, Marcine says, I've never had a problem forgiving. My problem is I don't forget.
That's what I'm talking about right there. So we can't forget because you can't let people take advantage of you.
Right.
However,
you got to deal with the situation differently.
You got to deal with it differently because we're talking about in marriage.
Right.
Okay. If I ain't married to you, let me tell you how I deal with it. I ain't got to talk to you.
What do you say that treat you with a long-handed spoon?
A long fork, spoon, knife. You be over there.
How you doing? And keep on going.
Hey, how are you? Because look, the Bible tells us, God tells us that we have to love our brethren, our sisterin. We have to love our brother and sister. But it didn't love thy neighbor. We got to love them. But we ain't got to let them in the house no more. You know what I'm saying? I tell Shawnee this all the time. I got to love you, but I ain't got to like you. That ain't a rule. That ain't even an unwritten rule. That ain't a hidden rule. I got to love you, but I ain't got to like you. Right now, I don't like you. And I'm going to tell you why. Because of this. Now, when I do say, or listen, ladies, for your husbands, when they do say to you, here's why, don't shut them out. Hear them out. Listen. Understand where you're coming from. We had a big problem with this at one point. I would say, hey, look, this is my problem right here. Boom, 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 boom. She'll turn around and say, well, I had a problem with this right here. She wasn't listening to understand. She was listening to respond. You see what I'm saying? The problem was that she never brought that up until I brought up my concern. It was never told to me that she had an issue until I came to her and told her that I had an issue. So that lets me know that she wasn't listening to understand. She was listening to respond to what I have to say.
Okay, I think Christina, yeah, she said, what's for better or worse?
Man.
Are you asking us or are you?
Now, you forgot the punctuation, Christina.
So
was that a question or was that a statement?
Or are you saying that's for better or for worse? Or you saying, I mean.
So, in all that, you have to make sure, husbands, you got to be able to hear her. You got to be able to hear her, what she's saying. Because I'm going to tell you something. Man, let me be truthful with you. I know this is like a bro code. But like 9 times out of 10, we probably the one that's wrong. Don't do that. I'm talking about me and men. That's right. Miss Judy, you got to love him. But you ain't got to like him.
It's something that you said there because I was, when we was getting ready for the live and I was thinking about, okay, what we're going to talk about. And I was wondering, why do men think that they're always right?
Pride.
Us women wise, we can tell y'all something that's right, but y'all will do what's wrong just because. Because I'm the man and I know I'm going to do this.
We don't like to be told what to do.
Okay, Christina says a question.
Okay.
For better or for worse? For worse?
What is?
Oh, what is better?
What is better. For better or for worse? What is that? Better is what you feel when you first get married. That's better. Hey, Rob, my bad, homie. My fault. Hey, Christina, better is what you feel when you get married. That's better. Those butterflies, you know, they ain't falling in line.
And things are going good in your marriage. Things are going good in your marriage. Your job is good. Everything, family is good. Kids doing good. Everything is just good. Everything. But that worst is you're not being able to pay your bills.
What are you gonna do when he cheat on you?
Yeah, there we go.
What are you gonna do when she cheat on you?
Yeah.
That's worse.
Now that beating on stuff, that ain't.
It don't even have to get to that extreme as far as the cheating, but that's worse. Paying your bills, okay. So
now if he hitting on you, she hitting on you,
we don't condone that.
I ain't condoning that. Nah.
We won't do that. Cause why this here? Truth be told, you gonna hit on me, I'm gonna hit you back.
So that ain't. Yeah, we ain't condoning
I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna just go ahead and vacate because you got anger issues that we can't deal with. Now watch that. That can be worked on too.
But
if you want to work on that, if you want to stay, hey, listen, there is nowhere in the Bible that says that you got to stay under those conditions. You see what I'm saying? Biblically, there's nowhere that says that you have to live or stay in an unjust environment.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
So worse.
So those are worse scenarios right there. And Rob, I'm gonna just hit that real quick. It's not a man's world. We think it's a man's world.
How he laughed.
I know. It's not a man's world. We think it's a man's world, but if it wasn't for women, we wouldn't be here. Bible says you can leave or stay if they cheat.
That's up to you. That's your choice.
Infidelity, adultery, infidelity. Matter of fact, there's only 2 reasons for divorce, biblically speaking. Okay, it's infidelity. That's grounds for divorce, and death. Those are your 2 reasons.
You gonna divorce somebody you did?
Because you be widow with.
Right.
That's the only way you get out. It's a contractual agreement. It's a vow.
Marriage. You said divorce.
That's getting out of marriage. What'd you think? That's a separation.
So if you pass away,
you ain't married no more?
But you ain't divorced.
Okay, so when they pass away, go ahead and have them sign a decree. You become a widow. But still, you know, that's the only legal ways to get outside of that.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? So, hey, and see, that was another thing right there. We think we right. I ain't right all the time. See how she correct me? See, that's a lesson right there.
But we ain't gonna keep y'all long because we've been on about an hour right now. But if you don't take anything out of this broadcast on tonight, please make sure you took out of this broadcast to forgive and to forgive quickly. Because if you can't forgive your husband, your wife, God ain't gonna forgive you when you ask for forgiveness for your sins. Just make sure you remember that. And don't be holding all that stuff in, women. Talk to your husband about your situation. Talk to him if you think he wasn't considerate of your needs or whatever the case may be. Just talk it out. Talk it out. Some of this stuff that people are getting divorced about, if they would just sit down and have the conversation,
that's right,
they could have worked this stuff out.
And stop being so doggone aggressive to each other, man. I mean, I got to raise my voice to talk to you. She got to raise, you got ladies, you got to raise your voice to talk to him.
Right.
Don't do that. Keep that at a minimum. Keep everything at a minimum tone and speak to each other like adults. Right. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, go ahead.
But we're gonna get out of here, man. We will be back again, and we will do this again. This is lighted up marriage talk right here.
Right, and this is part of the Laster Family Gym. So when you see about the Laster Family Gym, these are some things that we're going to be doing with that. I don't know if y'all, the ladies, been seeing my post. Last week I was posting some questions, some marital questions, and so that's what brought this on. So we're going to kind of do these things every so often, so we can have a sit down, have a chat, you know. So don't forget that we're going to do a giveaway. We're doing a giveaway. So for that giveaway, what we want to do is I want you to comment your name and your spouse's name and how many years y'all been married, and we're going to do a drawing, and we're going to give away a gift card so you guys can go out to eat or do something nice for each other. Go out on a date. We want to bless y'all with some a little money to go out on a date, do something with each other.
Just tell them what it is right up front, huh? Miss Judy say, laugh out loud, he's the boss, and you may be making more money and have more assets, but he's still the boss. I never wanted to be the boss. I just wanted to be one of the life partner. Hey, whatever works right there, you know? Hit the heart button, engages better on Facebook. That's a nugget for you. What heart button? This just for the married couples.
When you do the heart
I got you. Thank you.
Okay, so make sure you remember now, in order to get in this drawing, you have to put your name like Robert and Chandra Laster and 22 years of marriage. That's what you can put on there, so we'll know how long y'all been married and your name and everything. So you have to do that in order to enter the drawing. Tomorrow we'll come on, or we'll post the name. How you want to do it?
Yeah, we'll come on tomorrow and do the drawing. So you have between tonight is at 11 o'clock, and tomorrow at, let's just say, 8 o'clock.
Just like Marcine did. She did it already. So she's our first person to enter the drawing. Mm-hmm. So that's Charles and Marcine Gordon, 10 years. Good job. Good job. Congratulations.
Excellent. Congratulations.
Yes, that's good.
So guys, make sure that you post in here your names, wives and husbands, your names, wives, you know what I mean? Both of your names, and how long you've been married. Okay? And whoever's been married the longest, that's who
we were supposed to do the drawing, Robert.
is gonna get the drawing.
Yeah, we're gonna put their name in the drawing, and that's how we're gonna do it.
Oh, okay. So you put your name on here, we're gonna put all your names in the drawing, and whoever gets out of that drawing will pull your names.
You know, like you did the wheel.
With the wheel thing. I got it. Okay.
And then we're gonna do the drawing tomorrow, and we're gonna
and we just wanna bless you, that's all.
Yeah.
Y'all can be able to go down there and get the $5 crystals. It's like all you can eat crystals.
I don't want no nasty crystals.
Yeah, that'll be good, man. And we'll keep an eye out on this post and see who's been married the longest. We'll keep an eye out on this post, and we'll put all y'all names in a drawing, and we'll come back tomorrow. So stay tuned for you married folk. And we're going to do the drawing on tomorrow. All right? We're going to tell you how much it's going to be. We're going to tell you how much it's going to be. But y'all will be able to enjoy a nice a dinner on us. Make sure y'all go to McDonald's. It ain't going to be like a lot.
They can get the 5.
You got a 5 for 5. You know, you get the 4 for 4 at Wendy's a piece. You know what I'm saying?
Woo!
You know what I'm saying? We got the budget for this kind of stuff.
Shoot, they need to make some ham and cheese sandwiches and some chips and a blanket.
Y'all better go on a picnic. Look, we're going to have it set up in our backyard. Y'all come on back here and have a date. It's great. All right, y'all. We're going to get out of here, man. And we'll see y'all tomorrow at 9:30. Tomorrow's Tuesday night. We'll see you at 9:30.
I'm going to keep them straight, Claudette.
Don't do that, Claudette. That's not nice. We'll see y'all tomorrow night at 9:30. Same bat time, same bat channel. God bless you. Love you.
Bye-bye.